Welcome and hello. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make your ribbing, for instance for a hat, extra stretchy. I don't know if you've noticed, but crochet doesn't seem to have the same snapback that knit does. So I can kind of stretch it out and it'll kind of like stay stretched out, especially if you have a hat that you wear a lot. And so I've been trying to figure out a way to make it stretchier. You can look in the portal and you'll find another video that explains how to use this knitting and elastic. And then I think I found a way to make it where the hat itself is more stretchy. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna get a hook size that's 2 to 3 sizes bigger than the hook you use to make your ribbing. I used a 5.5 millimeter to make this ribbing. So I'm gonna use a 7 millimeter to work the border with the knitting and elastic. The ribbing, this will work with any kind of ribbing. I specifically did the ribbing where I make a chain and then work in the back loops with the half double crochet, just simply working half double crochet in the back loops, turning half double crochet in the back loops, and it gives you this really beautiful knit look ribbing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it into a band. So I'm going to quickly single crochet it into a band. So I'm going to turn it so the seam is on the inside, and then I'm ready to work the next round. Okay, so from here we're going to be changing hooks. The reason that we're going to change to a larger hook, because you're going to be switching back to the smaller hook to complete the rest of your hat, is that if it's larger when you're working with elastic, it's going to have more give to it. So we want the stitches to be larger when we work it. That way they'll snap back when you're not pulling on the elastic, and that gives you much more elasticity to your band. So I'm going to grab, you want to give yourself a little bit of slack here to begin with as you're attaching it, because you don't want it to accidentally pull out. You're going to line it up with your yarn, and it's difficult to see, but I have both of them laid together, and you're going to work both of them into that first chain. And it's not secure at first, but it will become more secure as you work. And make sure you have like a nice long tail. Work one stitch, and then you're going to wrap this again so that you have it. You want it to be tight. It's kind of, you're going to have to kind of do it as you're going to kind of have to get a feel for it. But you want it to be tight, but you don't want it to be so tight that you can't pull anymore. You know, you want it to be able to be stretchy and tight, but you don't want it to be so tight that it feels like it's going to break or that it's not going to give anymore. So you're going to work a row of single crochet across the top. If you're needing a specific count, make sure that you're counting as you go. A good way to do it is to kind of see, I'm a quarter of the way around. Have I worked a quarter of the number of stitches? I'm halfway around. Have I worked half of the stitches? And try to do educated guesses as you go. It's a little bit more challenging to pull out just because you have to kind of re-center yourself and rewind the elastic, and it sometimes gets caught up with the yarn because it's not very slippery. So yeah, if you could try to make sure you have the count, it will make it easier on you later. So you're going to work this round of single crochet, and you can see that we've already got a little bit of stretch. Obviously, as you work the full round, you're going to have more stretch the more stitches that you have worked. And I can feel that that's getting way tight. So I'm going to give myself a little more slack. And it's okay that you're working it loose because that's going to give you even more snap back. Okay, so I accidentally dropped it. That's totally okay. It dropped out of that stitch. I dropped the elastic on accident. That's totally okay. Just continue as normal and make sure you grab it for the next stitch. It may on occasion slip off of your your hook because it is a tight, tight little piece of thread. You can see we've got a nice stretch there. So keep going, work single crochet as evenly as you can around the top. Okay, so we worked all the way around and now we've made it to the first single crochet and we're gonna join with the slip stitch. And from here, you can cut your elastic, give yourself a little more slack so it doesn't snap up and be shorter than you think it is. So there I've cut the elastic, and then you can also cut your yarn if you will not be using the yarn for the rest of the hat, or you can keep it to move on. So from here, you're going to finish your hat. You can see that it's got like this really nice elastic. And then to give it even more elasticity, you can do it now if you don't mind cutting your yarn, or you can do it when the hat is completed, and you would work an additional round of single crochet along the bottom, making sure, of course, to work it with the knitting and elastic. And then you get like the beautiful hat with the really nice snapback. So I hope that you use this tip to make your hats have even more longevity and wear even more comfortably. Hope you enjoyed this tip. Happy crocheting!